ॐ नमो नारायणाय। ॐ नमो नारायणाय। ॐ नमो नारायणाय। ॐ नमो नारायणाय।
श्रीमान् वेङ्कटनाथार्यः कवितार्किककेसरी वेदान्ताचार्यवर्यो मे सन्निधत्तां सदा हृदि।
रामानुजदया पात्रम् ज्ञानवैराग्यभूषणम् श्रीमद्वेङ्कटनाथार्यम् वन्दे वेदान्तदेशिकम्।
சீரொன்று தூப்புல் திருவேங்கடமுடையான் பாரொன்றச் சொன்ன பழமொழியுள் ஊரொன்று தானே அமையாதோ தாரணியில் வாழ்வார்க்கு வானேரப் போமளவும் வாழ்வு.
श्रीमान् वेङ्कटनाथार्य कवितार्किककेसरी वेदान्ताचार्यवर्यो मे सन्निधत्तां सदा हृदि। रामानुजदया पात्रो ज्ञानवैराग्यभूषणो श्रीमद्वेङ्कटनाथार्यो वन्दे வேதாந்ததேசிகம். சீரொன்று தோப்புல் திருவேங்கடமுடையான் பாரொன்று சொன்ன பழமொழியுள் ஓரொன்று தானே அமையாதோ தரணியில் வாழ்வார்க்கு வானேர கோமளவும் வாழ்வு.
Your singing is involving your devotion and experience also. Very nice.
ధన్యోస్మి ధన్యోస్మి.
So we saw earlier Bhagavad Yaga with 8 limbs. And now we are talking about a subject which is not mentioned in the title, as a title. And we saw that Narada questioned the Lord Almighty, and he replied so far. Now he goes to the next point, namely, Lord Almighty is going to the next point. Achirat iti anena asya karmanaha karmantarebhyaha svabhavataha prashastyam uchyate. Now, the importance, prashastyam is popularity. Prashastyam, the last but one word, prashastyam uchyate. The popularity is explained. Uchyate normally meaning said. So here in passive voice, it is said. Instead of saying, now we say the popularity is being examined or being presented. So whose popularity? Karmantarebhyaha. Now we have a fixed anushtanam. I think you understand the word anushtanam. So daily anushtanam, as you say, nitya anushtanam. Again, the karma anushtanam, which refers to the temple procedure that we are dealing with. So again, within the temple procedure, we are concentrating on Pancaratra. And again, after knowing Pancaratra, we want to preserve it. So these are the purposes of the whole process of study with the practicals. So we have been doing actions relevant to the Pancaratra. But there are different actions also, further actions also, karmantarebhyaha. Now they are naturally popular. Svabhavataha prashasya. Swabhavataha, naturally, because of their connection with the main actions which are prescribed in Pancaratra. Now we have soon, if we say Achirat means soon, that is Bhagavan, Sriman Narayana will give now within a few minutes, say, within a few seconds. Anena Asya Karmana, Asya Karmana, Asya Karmana meaning whose action? This man's action. What is this man's action? This priest action. The action of the priest. Suppose you say that Narada is doing it, let us take as Narada. Or Brahma, the creator, and whoever it is. So, Anena meaning by this. By this meaning, so what are now the subject of the further discussion is called Anena. Now we perform more actions and we find that they are also popular. Now, how do we understand more actions? Then Vyasa comes to our rescue. Vyasa is only an incarnation of Lord Vishnu, and they give us the clue and they remind us. So when we say they remember, that means they remind us. Please note, Venugopalanji. So Vyasadayaha Smaranti meaning Vyasa and others. Who are the and others mean other sages, other like-minded sages, other spiritual sages. Vyasa, another one is Parashara. Next one comes Parashara. They are all great sages. Even Narada is one of the great sages. Vyasa, Parashara, Narada, Mukhya. They are all important. Vyasa being the very incarnation of Lord Sriman Narayana. So what do? They remind us. Instead of saying remember, they now remember, meaning recall. Now he says, Na Vishnu Aradhanat Punyam Vidyate Karma Vaidikam Sarvesham Eva Dharmanam Uttamo Vaishnavo Vidhi. This is stressed in all the books of Pancaratra, whether it is Ishvara Samhita, Sri Prashna Samhita, Parameshvara Samhita. So any Samhita you take that from, take it, it will be on Vishnu. So Vishnu Aradhanat, by worshipping, by pleasing, by making him happy, Lord Vishnu, Punyam Vidyate, so Karma Vaidikam. When you call it scriptural action based on scriptures, there is no other God's worship which gives us more merit than the Aradhanam, the puja done for Vishnu. This is the meaning here, first line. So again, as we understand, Sarvesham Dharmanam, in all the dharmas in the sense here it is, you can take it as traditions in temple procedure. So we have already, you know, the what we call Utkrishta, the best one, Madhyama, the mediocre one, Adhama is the worst one. Again, you have three divisions called Sattvika with good qualities. Number two, Rajasika with some belligerent qualities, some bad qualities. And Tamasika being the ignorant and the worst quality. In all this, Vishnu is the deity. Vishnu is the presiding deity. That's what it is. So Vaishnava Vidhi. So Vaishnava Vidhi meaning the rule governing only Lord Vishnu, in the sense Lord Vishnu's puja. We are not governing Lord Vishnu, govern Lord Vishnu's puja. Dharmanam, Sarvesham Dharmanam Uttama. Now we have been saying a list of traditions in Pancaratra. So in Pancaratra we understand only for all the types of tradition we have Vaishnavite lenience, if you want. So Ityadi, etc. Prayasa, Samya, Vaishamya, Anadarena. Swarupataha Prashastyam Dravyadishu api vidyate. Now, when you say Prashastyam, now this word, same word Prashastyam, I said popularity earlier. Now you understand distinction. Distinction in popularity. So what is the distinction here? Prashastyam is what is special, what is extraordinary with this, namely. So while we don't care about the prayasa, efforts, meaning, so irrespective of the efforts put in, that's the meaning. We don't say we just delete or don't care about prayasa, the effort. Prayasa means effort. The effort will be whether it is low effort or great effort, we are not bothered. That's the meaning. Prayasa. Then samya, equality. Equality with other deities, say. Or equality within the incarnations of Lord Vishnu. We have a lot of temples with incarnations differently of the same Lord Vishnu. Suppose you equate one incarnation with another incarnation, that is wrong. Don't equate any incarnation of Lord Vishnu to any other incarnation of the same Lord. So Samya is equality. Then Vaishamya, don't differentiate also. Where is the word don't? Anadarena. So don't care about. Anadarena means don't attach much importance to these three aspects, namely efforts, effort making, and equality and difference. Vaishamya. So what is now the important point here? Swarupataha Prashastyam. The difference, now here it is difference. Prashastyam is different. Difference is by nature. Difference is by nature. And where do you see the difference? Very specific. Dravyadishu api vidyate. Meaning, not only in the usage of spells, mantras from the scriptures, they may differ, but they may differ a little. But offerings of objects, dravyadishu, dravyam is any object. Dravyam is a word which is meant for any type of good offering. Any material that you use for worship will be different in different traditions. That's what it is. So let us not worry about the difference in different traditions, about the objects offered. Vastu, we call it Vastu, Dravyam. But by the word Dravyam, don't think they are temporary in nature, because Dravaha means liquid, Dravaha means fluid. So we are not talking about what we call temporary or transient objects. We are offering some materials, and those materials may differ from one tradition to another tradition. But let us not worry about the efforts made. For example, a priest is very much interested in procuring a particular type of flower, say, or he wants to offer what he likes. Normally that should be done. So if I like some fruit very much, and then I must offer the fruit to the Lord. My preference is his preference. And we don't know his preference, therefore we will have to take our preference. So each of us, when we worship the Lord, we have to satisfy him by the offerings, and then because you like those objects, you take it. You partake it. And therefore, this is how offering of objects, materials. So there may be difference in materials. There may be some extraordinary materials. For example, if you offer only 2 fruits a day, I may offer 4 fruits a day, different fruits. Here, it's not same fruit, some other fruit. Yathoktam Ashwamedike. Now you have another book called Ashwamedha Samhita. So Ashwamedha Samhita, though it refers to a yaga, yajna, a sacrifice involving horse, we say that it is also a kind of worship. So Ashwamedha Samhita is a type of tradition where Lord Vishnu is worshipped in a fire ritual. And in the earlier sessions, I told you, Yajno vai Vishnuhu, Vishnur vai Yajnaha as a sentence in scriptures. And therefore, so Yathoktam Ashwamedike, as said in Ashwamedha Samhita, Sri Vaishnava Dharma Shastra. Again, under Ashwamedha sacrifice, rather Ashwamedha Samhita, we have separate chapter for Sri Vaishnava Dharma Shastra. So this is what we are to be concentrating on. Please note, whenever you take a Samhita, we must look for a chapter on Sri Vaishnava Dharma Shastra. You cannot, even you can say research in Shaivagama, how Vishnu is treated respectfully. You would have heard about a homely Panchayatana Puja done by us in our premises, in our home. And that Panchayatana includes Lord Vishnu. Though Shiva is there, the other two, three deities are there, Vishnu is also equally important. So let us understand only that part of it. So Sri Vishnu Dharma Shastra. What is written? Sarveshamevi Pushpanam Sahasra Gunam Utpalam. Tasmat Padmam Tatha Rajan Padmattu Shatapatra. This is where a specific instruction is given. Very specific instruction. So you don't take all the flowers at a time. Whereas you prefer, you choose one lily as the first one, Utpalam. And there is no two types of lilies are there. There is no restriction of two lilies. So you have blue lily and white lily, Shvetotpalam and Nilotpalam. So there is no difference. So you take Utpalam, lily, which blooms in the evening. I hope Srinivasa Rajagopalan has to mute the video so that, yeah, thank you. So Utpalam is lily. It blooms in the evening. When you pluck it in the evening and offer it in the morning, or pluck it in the evening and offer it in the evening itself, same evening. That's all. Now, what is special about the lily? Lily will be 1,000 times Sahasra Gunam, 1,000 times better than all other flowers. So lily will be preferred 1,000 times better than all other flowers. Then you have a very simple Sanskrit because you have to understand the word Sahasra Gunam again and again. Repeat the word Sahasra Gunam. Then what is the better of the lily? What is the better flower than the lily? Then you say Padmam, lotus. So if you have lotus, if you can procure lotus, then that will be 1,000 times better than lily flower. So Rajan, some king is addressed here because it is Ashwamedhika Samhita, because it is a book dealing with Ashwamedha Yaga. A king is addressed here. We do not know which king also. Let us take Dasharatha because there is no king so popular in Krishna Avatara. And these two avatars are similar to our human nature. And therefore, taking Dasharatha as Rajan. So Padmam is lotus is 1,000 times better than lily. Then Padmattu, better than 1,000 times better than the lotus is Shatapatrakam, the 100-petaled lotus. Generally, you can even count the number of petals which you buy from near your house. So you can also find out whether it has got 100 petals, more than 100, hundreds of petals. So Shatapatrakam will be the better. Now this extraordinary, this is what we call prashastyam. The word prashastyam now is meant as extraordinary usage of dravyam, object. So an object, vastu, material, which we use for puja will be this way. This is only an example. In the case of flowers only. So generally, all of us would always choose the best in the market. Anything for food or anything, we go for higher cost and better quality. And therefore, the same happens in the puja of Lord Vishnu. Now, Tasmat is Sagasra Patra. So if you can get 1,000-petal lotus, then that is 1,000 times better than 100-petal lotus. Then again, Sagasra Patrantu, Pundarikam Atah Param. So a red lotus, Pundarikam. Pundarikam is red lotus. Shivappu Tamari, Shandamari, we say in Tamil. So that will be 1,000 times better than 1,000-petal lotus. Maybe the Shandamari is only a small flower. It has neither 100 petals nor 1,000 petals. But still that is better than the 1,000-petal lotus. Lotus generally, it is either pink, as we say, rose or in color. So light colors. Now we are talking of the dark color, red color in what we call Pundarikam. Ataparam later. Ataparam means then. Pundarika Sahasratu, if you can get 1,000 red lotus, then this is not better than Tulasi, the basil leaf. The basil leaf is better than thousands of Pundarikam, the red lotus. A single red lotus is better than 1,000-petal lotus. A 1,000-petal lotus is better than 100-petal lotus. The 100-petal lotus is better than ordinary lotus. The ordinary lotus is better than lily, and so on. So you find this way. So Tulasi Gunataha Adhika. Tulasi is a feminine gender word, therefore say Adhika, meaning is more than. Tulasi, the basil leaf, is more than Gunataha, by quality, all the other flowers. When we talked of flowers, now we talk of leaf. Patram pushpam phalam toyam yome bhaktya prayachati. More than your offer of flower and leaf, our devotion is more important. So Tulasi Gunataha Adhika, the basil leaf is better than thousands of red lotus. Now again, next one, Baka Pushpam. So better than Tulasi, there's a flower called crane flower. Crane flower. I think we must find out what is this crane flower. Or you can say duck flower. Generally said, Baka also can mean crane or duck. வாத்து அல்லது கொக்கு. சாதாரண பக்கான கொக்கு, சில இடங்கள்ல வாத்துன்னு சொல்றோம். அதனால பக்க புஷ்பம் அது என்னன்னு தெரியல. ஸோ ததஹா து சியாத். ஸோ பெட்டர் தேன் துளசி, basil leaf, you have baka pushpam. Baka pushpam, baka is, you can take it as duck flower, DUCK, or crane flower, crane, kokku. Then better than this baka pushpam, 1,000 times better than this baka pushpam, is savarna. You offer gold flower. So you make a flower shaped gold and then offer. Savarnam tu tatodikam. So the gold occupies the best position in all other, than all other offerings. Then what is it? So what is the next one? Just now I told you, bhakti. So savarnacha, better than the gold. Prasunatu, prasunam is flower. Savarnat Prasunat, more than the flower called lotus, gold, Mat Priyam Nasti Pandav. Oh, hey Pandava, now I think Yudhishthira is being addressed here, not as I said earlier, Dasaratha. Yudhishthira is addressed. Nasti, there is nothing. Mat Priyam, my favorite. Mat Priyam, my favorite. Other than the gold flower. So gold flower is wanted by the Lord. He also is rich. Iti. Evam japa homa dana adishu api prasidha. So again you see some extraordinary level or quality among japa, the recitation of names, homa, the fire ritual, dana, our munificence, that is the donation. So again, so it is popular, prasiddham. Padye api evam. Now, so far, please heave a sigh of relief. Only we are talking about argyam so far. Now we come to padya. Please remember there are three continuous processes, namely argya pradhanam, padya pradhanam, and achamaniya pradhanam. We have talked about only argyam so far. That is offering water to wash the hands. That is practical work. Whereas you find all this, whatever we said, offering flowers. So not only offering flowers, something else also. Again, here, of course, there are two specific demands, namely basil leaf, tulasi, and gold.
Okay.
Gold. Tangam. So Padme api evam. Padma Puranam, Padma Samhita. Now Padma, we are talking of Padma Samhita. Padma Puranam has been written by Parashara Maharishi, father of Vedavyasa. We are talking of Padma Samhita. So Padma Samhita, in Padma Samhita, Padme, api also, evam this way, Prashasta Tamam, Panchakala Sevanam Uttam. Again we come back to this process, namely, 5-timed procedure. 5-timed procedure. Meaning, every aspect of generally Aradhanam, Thiruvaradhanam, that is Sri Aradhanam, will include Argyam, Padyam, Achamaniyam every time. So many times we will use Argyam, Padyam, Achamaniyam. For every stage we use every Argyam, Adyam, Padyam, Achamaniyam. So Panchakala Sevanam Uttam. So we are going to see again the same type of 5 timings with what we call Abhigamanam, Upadanam, Ijja. Ijja is a strilinga word, feminine gender word. First 2 are Napumsakalinga words. They are called neuter gender words, Abhigamanam and Upadanam. The next 2 are pullinga words, Swadhyaya Yoga. Masculine gender words are Swadhyaya Yoga. Now we are going to see what are the words given by Padma Puranam, or say Padma Samhita, with regard to the 5-timed worship. Panchakala Vidho, Padma Vachanani. Brahma is now talking to Lord Shivanarayana. And before that we saw Narada was talking to him. So Narada has been given reply. Now Brahma is asking. So we will take up the reply of the Lord Almighty next session. Whereas what did he ask as usual? Panchakala Vidhijnanam Prashastyam Bhagavan Iha. O Lord Bhagavan, Iha here in this context. What is extraordinary what is the speciality with those who know the 5-timed rules? And Kathitam Panchake Kalaha So you have said 5 times, but what are the times? What are the specific times? Ke kalaha, vidayaha, ke vidayaha. What are the rules followed in those timings? Then panchake, what are the 5? So Mahyam to me, Jignasamanaya, because I'm eager to know. Kathayasva, please tell me, Yathatatam, as it is, as is varies condition. Na chet ragasyam atyantam yat aham prishtavan. Now I'm asking you the secret, if it is not. If it is not a secret, please tell me. Atyantam ragasyam na chet. If it is not a very closely guarded secret, not to be divulged to anyone, then I will not ask. Because it is understood that everybody can understand the secret. Therefore, yat aham prishtavan idam.
ராமானுஜதயா பாத்திரம் ஞான வைராக்கியபூஷணம் ஸ்ரீமத்வேங்கடநாதாக்கியம் வந்தே வேதாந்ததேசிகம் கவிதார்க்கிக சிம்மாய கல்யாண குணசாலினே ஸ்ரீமதே வெங்கடேசாய வேதாந்த குரவே நமः வாதித்விபசிரோபங்க பஞ்சானன பராக்கிரமா ஸ்ரீமான் வேங்கடநாதாய இரம் விஜயத்தா போய் சீரொன்று தூப்பும் திருவேங்கடமுடையார் ஆரொன்று சொன்ன பழமொழிகள் ஓரொன்று தானே மையாதோ தரணியில் வாழ்வார்க்கு வாரேர கோமளவும்
From
Yeah.
we're talking about five times of the day, then 8 processes, then came flowers all of a sudden, and then we back to five
No,
times.
these are all samples. These are all samples. Pancaratra Raksha cannot give you all details because it's only a protection, preservation of the Pancaratra, and therefore
Right.
whole Pancaratra cannot be contained in Pancaratra Raksha because the Lord is fond of flowers, we are fond of colorful flowers because of the smell also. More than the food, Offering is more important. Therefore, for example, I told my family members today, Dwadashi has got 45 Nadikas. 45. And therefore I said you can even offer in the evening if you can withstand hunger of yesterday. So why I said is generally food is important. And so instead of distracting you from or us from the food, so he says flowers. Because flowers cannot be eaten. Only tulasi can be eaten. And once you eat tulasi, your Dwadashi Parana is over. That's also there. This is what Rukmangadan did. Okay.
Today I went to Adisinger for Dwadashi Parana.
Oh.
Just now I said that I start.
Oh, சேலை ஒரு போயிட்டு வந்துட்டீங்களா?
ஆமாமா, இப்போ 10:30 இதுல நான் உள்ள நுழைச்சே it was 11:35. அப்புறமா தர்தன ஆன் பண்ணேன்.
நீங்க பக்கத்துல இருக்கீங்க போல.
இட்ஸ் மேட்டர் ஆஃப் 1 hour ஜர்னி.
நாங்க வந்து ஆண்டவன் ஆசிரமத்துக்கு 19 வந்துட்டு 23 வரலையும் அங்க இருக்கோம்.
ஓகே. ஆண்டவன் திருநெல்வேலி அன்னைக்கு சொன்னி?
ஆமா, 23 அன்னைக்கு.
பிரஸ்துதமா?
இல்ல பழைய முன்ன பூர்வாச்சாரம் ஸ்ரீமுஷ்ண ஆண்டவன்.
ஸ்ரீமுஷ்ண ஆண்டவனா? சரி சரி, ஓகே.
ம்.
அப்படியே
रामानुजदया पात्रम् ज्ञानवैराग्यभूषणम् श्रीमद्वेङ्कटनाथार्यम् वन्दे वेदान्तदेशिकम्
कवितार्किकसिंहाय कल्याणगुणशालिने श्रीमते वेङ्कटेशाय वेदान्तगुरवे नमः.
சீரொன்று தூப்புல் திருவேங்கடமுடையான் பாரொன்றச் சொன்ன பழமொழியுள் ஊரொன்று தானே அமையாதோ தாரணியில் வாழ்வார்க்கு வானேரப் போமளவும் வாழ்வு.
ஓம் நமோ நாராயணாய. ஓம் நமோ நாராயணாய. ஓம் நமோ நாராயணாய.